Fishing can be done in a variety of ways, depending on the type of fish, the location, and the tools used. One of the most common methods is angling, in which the fisherman uses a rod, line, and bait to attract fish. Another method is netting, which is an effective tool for catching large numbers of fish. The net can be dropped into a river, lake, or ocean, and the fish are caught in the mesh as they move through. Another method is a cast net, a large net that is pulled across the water to catch fish. There is also the trawling method, also known as boat fishing, which is especially popular among coastal fishermen. However, to protect the environment and maintain fish resources, strict regulations on fishing are needed. Such as limiting the size of fish that can be caught or protecting breeding areas. In addition to basic methods such as fishing by angling, netting or netting, there are many other techniques used in fishing, depending on the natural conditions and the needs of the fisherman. For example, the trap fishing method, in which people design traps to attract and hold fish, is an effective way to fish in shallow waters or areas with weak currents. Some regions also use manual fishing methods, especially when catching small fish or in areas with clear water, such as coastal areas or lakes. An important factor in fishing is sustainability. In recent years, overfishing and non-compliance with regulations on protecting aquatic resources have caused a decline in fish populations and affected the ecosystem. Therefore, many countries have adopted strict management measures, such as banning fishing during the breeding season, using nets with appropriate hole sizes to avoid catching young fish, and encouraging aquaculture instead of relying solely on wild fishing. This helps maintain the sustainable development of the fisheries industry and protect the ecological environment in the long term. Giant trawl fishing is a popular fishing method among coastal fishermen, especially in large sea areas. The method is quite simple but requires good coordination among fishermen. Giant trawl nets, often hundreds of meters long, are dropped from boats or fishing vessels, covering a large area under the water. After the net is dropped, the group of fishermen will control the boat to pull the net in an arc, gradually tightening it. Encircling the school of fish in the net. When the net is pulled up, the fish will be trapped and unable to escape. This method helps to harvest a large number of fish in a short time. But it also has the potential to overfish and damage the habitat of aquatic species. To ensure sustainability, The use of giant trawls must comply with regulations on net size and fishing time, in order to protect aquatic resources and maintain ecological balance. Although giant trawl fishing can bring a large source of income to fishermen, it also has negative impacts on the marine ecosystem. Giant trawls can accidentally catch young fish, reducing the ability of fish populations to regenerate, affecting future fish supplies. Moreover, this method can also harm other marine creatures, such as turtles. Whales, or other rare marine animals, when they are caught in the net. To address this problem, many countries have adopted strict protection measures, such as regulating mesh sizes to only catch adult fish, or banning fishing during the spawning season to protect fish species. There are also efforts to encourage fishermen to use more sustainable fishing methods, such as highly selective nets, or to switch to aquaculture to reduce pressure on natural marine resources, in addition to measures to control the use of giant trawls. International organizations and governments are also stepping up education and raising awareness among fishermen about the importance of protecting marine resources. One notable initiative is the application of modern technology to monitor fishing activities, helping to detect and prevent violations of regulations. Such as illegal fishing or the use of illegal nets. Satellite monitoring systems and sensors on fishing vessels can help track the location and quantity of fish caught, thereby ensuring that these activities are carried out within the framework of law and environmental protection. In addition, a notable trend is the development of sustainable aquaculture models. Instead of relying solely on wild fishing, fishermen can switch to raising fish in pond systems, cages or marine farms, helping to reduce the burden on natural marine ecosystems. These models not only help protect natural resources but also ensure a stable and long-term supply of fish to the market. Implementing these synchronous solutions will contribute to creating a sustainable fisheries industry, bringing economic benefits and protecting the environment for future generations. In order to maintain the sustainable development of the fisheries industry, policies to protect marine resources are increasingly being paid attention to. Governments and environmental protection organizations are actively encouraging fishermen to switch to fishing methods that have less negative impacts on the environment, such as using selective nets or improving technology to minimize the capture of unwanted species. In addition, campaigns to protect and restore the marine environment, such as releasing regenerating fish, restoring coral reefs or banning fishing in sensitive areas, are being implemented in many countries. Moreover, The fisheries industry is also promoting the certification and development of sustainable seafood products. Certifications such as MSC, Marine Stewardship Council, or ASC, Aquaculture Stewardship Council, help consumers choose seafood products from sustainable sources. Thereby encouraging fishermen to apply environmentally friendly fishing and farming methods. Large consumer markets such as Europe and the US increasingly require seafood products to have this certification, creating a strong driving force for the seafood industry to develop in a sustainable direction. Ultimately, the combination of technology, strict management policies and public awareness will help build a long-term future for the fishing industry and protect marine ecosystems. When these measures are implemented synchronously and effectively, they will not only protect marine resources but also bring economic benefits, contributing to the sustainable development of the global seafood industry. In addition to management and technology solutions, the participation of the fishing community in protecting and using marine resources also plays a very important role. Strengthening cooperation between fishermen and authorities will help improve the effectiveness of marine resource protection, while creating models for sustainable community development. Training, advocacy and technical assistance programs on sustainable fishing and aquaculture methods can help fishermen access new technologies, thereby minimizing negative impacts on the environment. Marine protected areas, where fishing activities are restricted or prohibited, are also becoming an important part of marine resource protection strategies. These areas are not only breeding grounds for fish species, but also places for marine ecosystems to recover after damage. They also create a safe environment for aquatic species to thrive, contributing to maintaining aquatic resources for future generations. In addition, developing other industries associated with the sea such as ecotourism, marine research, or the production of marine products such as pharmaceuticals and natural cosmetics will also help reduce dependence on wild fishing. This is a direction that brings a lot of potential, not only protecting the marine ecosystem, but also creating more jobs and economic development for coastal communities. With the synchronous efforts of management agencies, fishermen, environmental protection organizations and consumers, the seafood industry will develop more sustainably, protect valuable marine resources and help maintain long-term ecological balance to achieve sustainable development in the fisheries sector. Countries also need to implement international cooperation strategies to deal with common problems such as illegal unreported and unregulated fishing, EU fishing, or the impacts of climate change on marine ecosystems. Coordination between countries in data sharing, monitoring and law enforcement will help reduce overfishing and protect international marine areas. Organizations such as the FAO, Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, have encouraged countries to sign cooperation agreements to establish common regulations and strengthen fisheries management capacity in shared marine areas. In addition, modern technologies, such as artificial intelligence, AI, machine learning and underwater monitoring devices are also increasingly being applied in the fisheries sector to improve the management and protection of marine resources. For example, satellite surveillance systems help track fishing vessels and warn of illegal fishing. While underwater sensors can help study fish species, their habitats, and assess the health of marine ecosystems, these improvements not only help fishermen improve their fishing efficiency, but also help authorities better monitor and protect marine resources. Finally, changing consumer habits also play an important role in protecting aquatic resources. Consumers can choose seafood products of sustainable origin, contributing to promoting fishermen and seafood businesses to implement environmental protection measures. Campaigns to promote the benefits of choosing sustainable seafood products, while encouraging the reduction of consumption of endangered fish species, will create a trend of responsible consumption and contribute to the long-term development of the seafood industry. In general, to protect and develop a sustainable seafood industry, there needs to be close cooperation between stakeholders, from fishermen, environmental protection organizations, management agencies to consumers. These efforts will not only help protect marine resources but also create economic development opportunities, protect the environment and maintain the lives of aquatic species for future generations. Another important factor in ensuring the sustainable development of the seafood industry is innovation in methods and technologies for exploiting marine resources. New technologies such as closed-loop aquaculture, using water recirculation systems, or developing disease-resistant and environment-resistant aquatic species are opening up new directions for the aquaculture industry. This not only helps increase productivity,